يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن نبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. In tonight's Tafseer, we'll be going through Sorah Masad. This surah is considered to be one of the earlier surahs that the Prophet ﷺ received from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is so early that some of the scholars they put this surah within the 10 first surahs to be revealed to the Prophet ﷺ. This surah illustrates a point that we made in a previous class, is that the Quran has a lot of context within itself, and also it is connected to what was happening at that particular time. And part of learning Tafseer, or the knowledge of Tafseer, it is that a person learns about the circumstances when these verses were revealed. So the sabab al-nuzul of this particular surah, as many of us already know, this surah is speaking about one of the uncles of the Prophet ﷺ, who used to abuse him in any way, shape or form that he could, and the reason for that animosity, the scholars in Islam, they use narrations where it says that the Prophet ﷺ, shortly after he got the revelation, he was commanded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala وَأَنذِرْ عَشِيرَتَكَ الْأَقْرَبِينَ, to warn, to spread this message first and foremost to those that are close to you, your family, share it with your sub-clans, share it with the Quraysh, share it with mankind in that sort of a fashion. So when the Prophet ﷺ received that revelation, he stood up in Mecca and he called the people. And when they came, he asked them a few questions. One of them was, do you know me to be a liar? Do you know me to have ever been untruthful to you? And the Quraysh, they said no. And then finally the Prophet ﷺ, he shares the message with them, saying that I am a warner between you and a very painful punishment in the hereafter if you do not stop the shirk that you are upon. And it was his own uncle. And we know even in medicine or psychology, they say pain is subjective. There's a part of pain that can be measured, and then there's a part of pain that is connected in a different way. And this type of pain, it is only this type of pain is in a way where the point here is that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is calling the Prophet ﷺ, and he takes that message and he stands in front of the people, now the pain that he endures by someone a bit further away from him, it will be painful, but the type of pain that comes from someone that is close to you, someone that you did not expect, that sort of pain is that sort of pain is something that it's on a completely different level, a level where the intensity of that sort of betrayal feels even more so. So this is the uncle of the Prophet ﷺ. Scholars in Islam, they say his name was Abdul Uzza. Others, they say different other names. But history shows us that the kunya that he was known by, either the Prophet ﷺ gave it to him, or most likely it was something that they used for him, was Abu Lahab, the father of the flames. Now, when they were standing there, the Prophet ﷺ called them towards the straight path. It was his own uncle that stood up and he said, Tabban lak. And this word tab, it has many different aspects or meanings. It's not just destruction, it is something that is considered to be both a dua in a sense and also a statement itself. And it brings about, it's a very offensive word to be said. It is usually used in situations where someone is talking or addressing an enemy. May that person be destroyed, may they perish, may they, so on and so forth. So this type of word to use for your own nephew or towards your own nephew, towards the Prophet ﷺ, in front of such a gathering, it shows that this person is an evil person. Even the Prophet ﷺ, when he heard what was said, it did not deter him from what the Prophet ﷺ was set out to do. Now, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala curses Abu Lahab, throughout the surah we find out that not only is Abu Lahab cursed, but his wife too. And this, some scholars, they use to highlight that companionship, whether it is between a male and a female, husband and a wife, or it is companionship in the sense of friendship between other groups of people, it has it can either have a very positive effect or it can have a very negative effect. Meaning that the person that you spend the most time with during the day, if that person is not a positive influence for you, then you need to re-evaluate who you are as a person. We see the benefit of companionship between the Prophet ﷺ and his wives. And they both pushed each other to become better and better and so on. And at the same time, you will see people in history, the munafiqun and the hypocrites and people who went against the Prophet ﷺ. In the early stages, you see how toxic that sort of environment can become. And that toxicity, it just increases because it is basically two people that share the hatred. Sometimes when you're so angry and your hatred goes everywhere. But if you find the person that will reflect that hatred, so it becomes a centerpiece, sometimes that makes that sort of relationship even more toxic. And an interesting point here is where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about مَا أَغْنَى عَنْهُ مَالُهُ وَمَا كَسَبَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us his wealth and what he has earned will not protect him, Abu Lahab. It will not protect him. And there is a narration where it says that when Abu Lahab heard about the message that the Prophet ﷺ came with, he made fun of the Prophet ﷺ, and he said, I have enough money. If it's money that will save me, I'll buy myself out on Yawm al-Qiyamah. It's not a problem. And then he said, and if money won't help, then I have many children and I have people that will support me and they will help me. So it's a very strange way of thinking, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addresses even that sort of mindset and reminds us, مَا أَغْنَى عَنْهُ مَالُهُ وَمَا كَسَبَ. Not only will his wealth not help him, but وَمَا كَسَبَ, whatever he has earned, whether it is the children that were born to him or anything else, he will not have a way out. And on a personal level, alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed us with iman, with health, and many other blessings. And when we read about Abu Lahab and the mushrikeen, it's very easy to put yourself on a pedestal or some kind of a place where you think, oh, I'm nothing like Abu Lahab. Alhamdulillah, I am Muslim. But the mindset, in my opinion, it needs to shift. That even when we read verses that are clear about mushrikeen, people who passed away in that state, we should also try to reflect on how we, even though we are Muslims, how we can benefit from a verse like this. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, مَا أَغْنَى عَنْهُ مَالُهُ وَمَا كَسَبَ, then it is a reminder not only for the case of Abu Lahab, but anyone else. When a person dies, when a person passes away, then in terms of deeds, that is where it stops, with a few exceptions. So if a person truly understands this, then their actions will reflect those beliefs. And the scary part here is that when it comes to verses where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about Yawm al-Qiyamah and the punishment for those people who disbelieve, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about people on that day that they will try to ransom themselves with anything, all the wealth that they have. And they will realize that it's not about wealth. So then they try to throw people under the bus, so to speak, and say, you know, I will give myself freely and take my father in my place, take my children in my place. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran that it reaches a stage where the person will say, وَمَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ يَعْنِي ثُمَّ يُنْجِي, only for him to be saved. This person on Yawm al-Qiyamah will try to bargain, will try to plead their case when the case is already over, and they will try to say, take this person instead of me, until the person wished that everyone else on earth would take his place just for himself to be saved. So we kind of digress here, but coming back to the surah itself, and inshallah we will conclude on this point. When we read these verses and we understand them in its proper sense. One of the most beautiful things, and we highlighted just a point on that after the Salah, is that this knowledge, it increases us in love for Allah, it increases us in the awe of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the more we understand the Quran, the more it calls for action. The more we understand and read the Quran, the more the Quran calls for action. And the Quran is not a book where it's just a passive reading, that you just sit and you just read it. If you want as much benefit and blessings from the Quran, you try to implement all these other aspects. And the most important thing is that we sit in gatherings like this and we learn about the meaning, at least, if not the whole Quran, but the surahs that we read on a daily basis in our